The problem with coping mechanisms is that you find yourself filling your life with things that make you feel good, like a temporary alleviation from the issue, but you're not actually addressing it. Like for me, I was always watching these motivational messages, like things are gonna get better and this and that, and I found my whole YouTube is just loaded with them. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm getting addicted to this stuff because what I'm reading in the YouTube, I'm not seeing in my life. I'm not seeing anything like that. It's like I realized I was creating like this alternate reality that I was going to, like, oh, it's gonna work out, everything's gonna be great, and this all this stuff, and then I'm looking around like, no, I'm still the same. Even though I'm putting in all the work and doing all the whatever, and vibrating as high as I possibly can. So I'm like, wait a minute, I think I'm being addicted to lying to myself. So you gotta be really cautious with this stuff because it can get way out of control real quick, and then you just find yourself just watching messages of how great it's going to be, and don't worry, in 2 days you're going to have the showering of blessings and this and that and all that. You got to be real careful because you're setting yourself up for disaster when those 2 days come and then go and nothing happens, and you've done everything correctly. You're going to be disappointed, and it's going to lower your vibration. So instead of getting addicted to the promises of the future, just create your reality and focus and live in the moment and do whatever you want and operate from that premise, that standpoint, from that space, from that position, from that place. And nothing will ever go wrong because you're not expecting anything from anyone. So you're not going to ever find yourself being disappointed. Just do the best you can and see what happens. That's all you really can hope for, man. Like I say, look at all these Hollywood celebrities that put their trust in their accountants, and these accountants are ripping them off for millions of dollars, and their managers and their agents. I mean, you don't. They just do. They just want to put the money and invest it. They don't know they're getting ripped off. But that again is karma. So, but it's all these variables involved in life. Even though you're doing good and you're the righteous one and everything's you're on the straight path, and you put your trust in something or someone other than yourself, and then you're just gonna get raped. That's just how it is in this life. That's the reason why I say keep everything in house, man, as much as possible, and then it'll be all right. Like I just wrote a book, and I got all these publishing companies hitting me up on email. I'm like, I ain't gonna go with none of you because you're all thieves. That's why you can copyright your own book. I told in another video, when you're writing your book, proofread it. Proofread your book as you're going along, so you don't need a proofreader or a ghostwriter. So that part's done. You could copyright your book for $65. Once you get that certificate in the mail, you're copyright protected. Then what you do is you just go on Amazon or Barnes and Noble. You start paying for advertising and advertise your book. You got to get LLC and a website and a payment system. When they make the payments, it's got to go either to your PayPal account, to your bank account, or wherever. And that's it. You don't need a copyright attorney. You don't need a publishing company. You don't need a literary agent. You don't need a proofreader. You don't need them. Why would you want to pay somebody for something that you could do for yourself? See, you got to stop being dependent on the system for everything, for all your needs, because that's just laziness, which is born out of fear, because you don't have the faith in yourself. You don't believe in yourself enough to think that you can get these things done on your own by yourself. So therefore, it's that lack of faith that generates the fear and the uncertainty, and then you become dependent on things outside yourself. That's basically how it is. When you realize your own power, you're going to realize you don't need anything in this place except yourself, of course, as always.